We're gonna have a Kickturn party tonight. All right.
Hey, welcome back to Kickturn party. We're losing steam, but we're still here.
We're back.
We've been in the studio all afternoon, and my buzz is wearing off.
The dead still ride.
They do.
So we're back again, and we're here to bring you more stuff. But before we get too far down the road into our craziness, we want to do something a little bit more somber here.
Take a moment.
Shout out to our
Fallen comrades. We've got Thomas Taylor, who recently passed away, and then a few months before that, Load. So,
and a few months before that, Pat Clark, another East Coast legend.
The Atlanta scene and the whole East Coast scene in general has really lost some guys lately, and we just wanted to recognize that, be aware of it, and man, we miss you guys. You were all fun to hang out with. You were all fun to skate with.
And they were all ripping skaters.
You all ripped.
I competed against all those guys. Pat Clark came and lived with Buck Smith up in the mountains here for a while and did
Tragic World, Magic World,
Tragic Kingdom,
Magic World, Tragic World.
Did demos.
Buck Smith was like 15 or 14.
Yeah, did demos. You know, they were circus actors. Load was always a circus. He was a nut. And Thomas Taylor, of course, legendary Knoxville guy, started the first skate shop in Knoxville. Atlanta. I'm sorry.
We live in Knoxville.
Yeah. I don't think Brian would have his shop if it wasn't for Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas
inspired Brian. I think,
Brian is essentially the Knoxville's version of Thomas.
Yeah.
As far as the former ribbon skater that opened the skate shop that's still there today.
Yeah.
Stratosphere has been a staple for that whole scene. Every old school Atlanta skater,
from Tony Hawk to on down, everybody knows Thomas.
And if you're a skater through Atlanta, you've stopped in at Stratosphere.
Yeah, so.
One of our local boys rode for Stratosphere. You know, I guess none of us know really what the future holds for any of that.
Right.
Everybody also knows that Thomas Taylor's son is the prodigy that is Grant Taylor, Skater of the Year,
Skateboarder of the Year, exactly.
So not sure what Grant's doing, how any of this is going to shake out. Where Stratosphere's going, what's going to happen.
But peace to all of those guys. And
Load.
Thanks.
I didn't take your Budweiser at Kona 40. I gave you some Budweiser out of our cooler. You were one of my favorites there at Kona that year.
So peace to all those guys. It's a sad loss for the whole skateboard community. But moving on, so
now we're going to talk about Jay. Uncle Jay, what's next?
I don't know. Uncle Jay's going to pull out his peepers.
So while Jay's trying to figure it out,
okay,
I noticed he threw down a couple of super rare, super awesome magazines here. I've got October 1981 of Thrasher. Like,
is that one of the very first?
Does anybody have this in their catalog? I don't think so.
This is one of the very first small ones. And look, if you look up here at the top, you can't see it, but it says now 52 pages.
Really?
Yeah, now
52 whole pages. Now
it used to be a really tall newspaper style. Yeah. It's still newsprint. It's still, when you got it in the mail, you still got black fingers from it. But this is
look. Here, Downhill.
Oh! Back when Thrasher was covering Downhill in 81.
That's right. Downhill at its best. Not at its worst, which is when we do it. Yeah. But Downhill at its best. So,
then side by side, the decline of Skateboarder magazine. So this is, what is this? This is March 1980.
And this is just a couple of...
Look who they're featuring. It's Sting for the Police. Like, look, it's fucking the police. Skateboarders dying so bad that they've got to put the fucking police on the cover.
Hey, well, the police were
skateboarding
big.
Sells, man.
The police were extremely huge at the time, but the point is they were having to branch out to like music. But even better than that,
I just want you to see how good condition this magazine is in. It's still got the peel-out mailer to be a subscription
card.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You probably would never get it.
And look at what else is here on
Marina
the cover.
Bank Slalom.
No. Here, let's look here. Marina Bank Slalom, and there's also Beach cruiser action.
How much action can you have on a beach cruiser?
For beach cruisers.
So is that like a whole separate setup? Or?
No, beach cruiser. No. That's bikes. And
No
then
casual cruise.
Bigelow and Holiday, who were the most famous skate park builders. Who were the most famous skate park builders at the time.
Is that
Wally Holiday?
Wally Holiday,
He built our park.
Who built our park.
Well,
and Bigelow.
Yep.
Bigelow, who built Huntsville.
So look at this shit. Skateboarder Magazine has got the police.
We are spirits.
Zoom out.
In the material world.
Like what the fuck, man? I want. Remember when Thrasher did?
He's too young to know who the police are.
The first
I
two
don't want to know. I
First
know
two
the
albums.
fucking police.
I went and saw him in concert.
Do you
Goes to the
want
Machine.
him in your fucking skateboard magazine?
No.
Or do you want him in like what was a circus magazine? That's what you want him in.
Find the beach cruiser.
I want Ask Dr. Rick, not the fucking police.
Ask
man.
Dr. Rick.
Yeah.
Blackheart.
Blackheart.
Ask the doctor.
Ask the doctor. The Marina Pro. So we're throwing this
I
in there.
wish they had
This is
more
for-
bank slalom contests.
This is for our buddy Shreddy Mercury, all the Baltimore guys, Cabbage, all you guys that are up there doing bank slalom at Lansdowne.
in Lansdowne.
And then there's a little bit of West Coast, Midwest action on some bank slalom. But I just wanted to throw that out there because Shreddy, I know you would love to flip through this magazine and look at this. So,
Yeah, the whole bank slalom.
who
thing.
got first place?
Steve Olson.
fucking Olson.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's either him or Hackett.
Yeah. Those guys are ripped, man. Those guys are ripped.
Paul Hackett got number 7th, but Dave's not even on here.
Really?
Nice.
Dave must have not been there. Steve Salba got 6. Tony Alva got 8.
Oh, he was pissed.
Wow.
You know, Salva is like one of the most humble people I've ever encountered.
So
I met a different Salba.
So what,
Okay.
what you tell me is, I wonder how many volumes in 1980 they made of Skateboarder Magazine.
How many
I don't
they
know.
print- how
But
many
this
they
is
printed?
this is
Yeah.
this is very close to the end.
but-
There's probably only about 2 or 3 more than this,
There
and
was-
then it went straight to the
Well, no,
not straight to this.
Thrasher came out with the big
Right.
ones.
But there was
It-
6
it
months
went-
there wasn't a
Yeah.
skateboard
Yeah.
or an Action Now or
Right,
anything.
right.
Yeah.
It was
So-
Skateboarder, Action Now, Thrasher.
So
Right.
this is the difference. One is a slick, high quality production, and it's getting it was thick, it was thin, and it was thick and thick and thick, and then this one,
Talking about the magazine.
and then this one came up.
And then this one came out with 52 whole pages.
52
Look
whole
at that.
pages.
52
And now you look
pages.
at Thrasher, and you know what? In the new Thrashers, there's less than 52 pages of skateboarding.
The rest of it's
and there's
ads.
130 pages of
Every time I
ads.
go to the mailbox once a month and I got my new Thrasher, I'm like, damn, it's thick this month. And I'm like, T-shirt, shoes.
That's what she said. Thick
T-shirt,
this month.
shoes.
So
I still love getting my Thrasher magazine.
here's
every month.
another Thrasher.
Please don't stop making it.
The reason I bought this one was because on the cover, Tom Graholski riding an old Pepsi
That's the
plexiglass.
the Graholski backyard, right?
Yep, plexiglass round.
And look, there's a pool party.
Yep, and you don't see anything that says here like beach cruisers, the police, anything like that. Pikachu, you don't see anything like that. What you see here is skateboarding. Because that's what it was. Now,
That's a pretty.
you know
rad,
what else
that's a pretty
skateboarding is?
fucking rad cover.
Skateboarding is not a fashion.
Exactly.
I picked this book up the other day. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. I was really surprised with it.
What is it?
This book came out and it was
It's like 1968 to 84 or something like that.
it's covers the 60s all through the 80s.
84, I think is. What it
This
is.
book was the first edition was selling on eBay for a while for $600-700. Look how thick this thing is.
You talking about the book?
I don't.
We're still talking about the book.
I'm not sure that there's Bibles that are this thick. But this is an excellent book.
That's about the size of a tuna can.
Let's see here. Just what do we got here?
I don't know.
Oh, look.
Oh, Sims.
The snake.
Sims Snakes jerseys.
Dude, look at this one.
They have a
look
whole
at that.
thing.
That's fucking rad.
They have a whole thing about cutting your sleeves off your shirts. because that was a thing back
Dude,
then.
that Fulmer shirt with that Sim Snake look, with that metallic Sim Snake, that's pretty fucking sweet.
I mean,
like this
just
one down here,
just
too.
throwing stuff out there. Tony Alva.
Get the full
What
spread.
do we got here? That's
Star Trek.
I don't know who it is.
That's ACS.
ACS stuff.
Yeah, look at some of these.
Look at that. That's a beautiful T-shirt there. So this book is just utterly amazing. Steve Olson
I was
again.
gonna say, yeah.
Steve Olson again.
He looks
Look
the
at-
same.
Look at
He's
that.
got a little bit more of a belly now.
Yeah, but look at that style.
He looks
look
the
at
same.
that. Look at that style. Look at that fashion he's wearing. You know, there's a lot of things out there. A lot of skateboarding has influenced fashion.
Oh yeah.
No doubt. No doubt about
I mean,
that.
how many times have you walked through an airport and you can count Thrasher T-shirts?
Unfortunately, it hasn't influenced you all very much.
Wow. Hey man, what about our latest
we're
party T-shirt?
we're all wearing skateboard paraphernalia T-shirts. Every single one of us.
What about Neil Blender and Louis Vuitton?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
They stole
yeah.
They stole the coffee break. Ah!
So, anyways, if you get a chance, pick this book up. This thing
Suicidal?
is unbelievable.
Suicidal, yeah.
Yeah. One thing that disappointed me about this book, a little bit,
Let me see this.
was once it gets to the part with the 80s, two of the biggest companies.
When is skateboarding coming back to this?
Whoa!
That is what skateboarding is all about.
I
Matching
agree.
team uniforms and jumpsuits.
I agree.
When is skateboarding going back to this?
Zoom in on that there.
Make it happen. Industry folks out there, this is
Look at
what
those-
this is what
that's-
skateboarding is about.
Is that the Hobie team?
Ah, that's beautiful wear.
Look how cute she is.
So-
that's like my grandma.
Look here. Look here.
Oh yeah.
my
both
very
brigades.
okay. This is my very first skateboard shirt in navy blue.
Really?
Well, you can't see it because it's green screen, but it's a blue. I have a blue version of this shirt. It's my very first skate shirt.
Caballero?
Yep, the Mike McGill
Jet?
fighter jet. I have the remake of this shirt from ordering the re-release of Animal Chin.
Really?
You got a free T-shirt if you order
Yep.
from Stacy Peralta. So I got the collector's issue of Animal Chin.
I've
and I
got this
that
shirt in this color. OG. Anybody wants it? $1,000. Email me at kickturnparty.com.
I'm keeping all my shit. I'm not getting rid of it.
Look at that hat.
This right here. That's
this
early
is
Bones Brigade.
This is one of the things that I was disappointed in with this book.
Now, JD, what would you give for that shirt?
Exactly.
That shirt right
a
there.
lot.
Was when it gets to the 80s, two of the biggest companies
Dude,
were
Sims
out of there.
owned it. Look at
And
that.
I've got that shirt.
Sims owned
Um,
it. Look at there it is. Please bring this back to skateboarding. Please bring this back to skateboarding.
So one of the biggest disappointments in my
Tom
estimation,
Sims.
this book in the 80s, and they go through the 80s, and two of the biggest companies were skateboard clothing were not mentioned. Vision Streetwear, Skate Rags.
What?
Skate
you
rags.
go all the way
Skate
through
rags
the
did
back.
limpies and everything.
You go all the way through the back, and they talk about Transworld.
Well, but this
They talk about-
but this ends in 1984. Vision Streetwear didn't start till like 86 or 87.
Yeah.
This,
Streetwear was a little later.
book ends in 1984.
So, anyways,
This book ends in 1984. That's why. it's not in there.
I think.
Skate rags was the.
Well, there was a bunch of Jimmy Z stuff in there.
Yeah, well, that started in like
So-
the late 80s.
So, anyways, I don't know.
Streetwear was after this.
I don't know. I'll have to go back
volume
and
2.
research it.
Maybe they didn't pay
So,
royalties.
anyways,
It
if
ends
you
in
get a
1984.
chance to pick up this book, pick it
worth
up
it.
now. I got it for a little less than $60, and in 8 months from now, it's going to be worth at least $2,000 or $3,000.
Who's on the cover?
Jay Smith.
Not
wearing
Mike
a-
Smith.
No, not Mike Smith. Jay Smith, famous layback guy.
Not Smith Grind.
Not J-Back.
Not
Not
J-Back
J-Back,
or Smith
But
Grind.
he was the ultimate. He was the ultimate layback guy. His laybacks were
Pal-
unbelievable.
Pal Peralta.
Not only that, so me and my buddies, Newt Moore, Wendell Elrod, we all bought referee T-shirts like this after this picture came out, and we wore them to our high school, and everybody freaked out on us because we were wearing skinny glasses and wearing those, and we were all new wave, and people didn't appreciate it at our high school. Of course, this was 1978.
Were you saved by zero?
We weren't saved by zero. That was before. That was way before you could be saved by zero.
He might have been part. Well, never mind. Go ahead.
So, anyways, there's a little bit of skate history there. So now I think we've got a couple of boards to show.
Yeah, because the producer's gone.
Yeah, no, you didn't bring any.
No, I'm waiting until JD has his, so I didn't bring any.
So speaking of that, we were looking at that just a minute ago, and I just wanted to show this board off. I just bought not too long ago. Brad Bowman.
Whoa, that's a big stick.
Yeah, and it's
What
flatter.
is that, like 11, 12 inches wide?
It's flatter than the board. I would have rode the hell out of this thing in 1980. It's got no kicktail.
But what
It's got no.
What
it's
is that,
got
like
no,
30 inches by 11 or 12?
Yeah, it's probably 31 by 11. 10.75.
10.75.
Shit, it's huge.
Beautiful. It's got
215
routed out.
do it justice, man.
Routed out. Oh, I would have rode
Like
this
built-in
board.
rails.
Yeah.
Built-in rails, routed out. The thing I like about this board as a collector is not only has it got this beautiful leopard skin, split
Multicolored,
split fountain silkscreen on it, but it's got it on the top too.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
You know,
It's a great wall hanger for sure.
I wouldn't even want to cover this up with clear grip tape. It's just beautiful, beautiful
Unless
board.
it was pizza.
Beautiful board.
And this is a black label.
Yeah, reissue.
Mercy Black Label. Yes, absolutely beautiful board. So I
Very
bought
nice.
this in just to show everybody.
That actually lives on the wall in your living room, correct?
Yep. And like I said,
Still going?
back in the day, I would have rode
This
this.
episode ended like 10 minutes ago.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
All
Maybe
right.
you ended 10
Almost.
minutes
You-
ago.
almost
You went and took a
ended.
leak 10 minutes ago.
That will never be going on air. But that's funny.
Yay, Kickturn party! We're the best thing on television. Woo!
Okay.
When the producers in the floor, we've done something.
So you got another skateboard you want to share with us, Jay?
Yes.
Share
Hold
this
on.
other skateboard.
Hold on.
No,
we have
share,
to. We have
share
to
the fucking skateboard.
we have to get our producer off the floor. his little head.
So-
coming
All right,
up in the
all
bottom.
So that would be an exact reproduction of a 1979 Sims or 80s.
So
pretty
did
much.
they
yes.
find like the mold or something and remake the?
Well,
Did Paul
I don't
Schmidt,
think there's-
Schmidt go?
I don't-
I want to remake that.
I don't think there's a mold involved. I
Yeah,
think it's just they cut a piece of plywood out and bent it a little bit on the end.
And that is the official.
Routed it out.
That's the official epitome of a pig.
Yeah, this was what we were riding back in 1979, 78.
If you could get one.
But what's
you
so
could get
wrong
one.
with that? Because to me, I would rather ride that. What is with
'cause
concave?
it's
Concave
flat.
keeps your feet
Yeah.
on.
And not
It
only that,
does.
there's not even a kicktail there. You put your foot back and it would just fall off. I don't know. I'm used to the newer boards these days with a little bit more kick.
And concave.
Yeah, and concave.
I don't like
And like
concave.
well-engineered grip
I
tape.
like it flat.
Vans,
Something that works.
And Vans, you know.
I'll get
Yeah,
you-
Vans. They've been around forever.
Okay, so I got one more board to show. It's a very rare board. I think you can still
How
find
rare
them.
is it?
The rarest of the rare. No, I think you can still find them online occasionally. But this is something that not many people want to skate. And I'm pulling this out just for Randy. Just for Randy. I'm pulling this out just for Randy because he was talking about getting one. And this is
Well, just sell him that one.
this is
A Madrid reissue. It weighs about 60 pounds.
this is the Madrid El Cochino. It's a big board. 15.
What are those
15
trucks
inches.
on there, Jay? Tell us about
These
those
are
fucking
these are
trucks.
Tracker Dart 219s. This board's 15 inches wide.
You got like 4 inches of riser pad on there.
Yep, exactly, because you got to have it.
2 riser pads stacked.
Yep, look at that.
Jesus Christ! And what wheels are those?
Big Bear.
big old
Big
huge
Foot.
Bigfoot wheels.
And I even
78s.
look. He's even got a gear back here on this wheel.
I was gonna make it
To make it
into
into an
I
electric.
was gonna make it into an electric skateboard. I haven't done that. This board's 15 inches by 48, I think, or something like that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a big, huge board. And I was riding in the garage earlier. We'll have video of that later at some point.
15 inches.
Yeah.
That's big as a damn surfboard.
Yeah. It's like a skimboard.
You've got to
wheels.
stand like on the side of it to make it turn.
And I've actually got some video of me riding this at the skate park. If Mr. Producer Guy will cue that up.
What am I doing?
Producing our TV show. That's what you're doing.
There should be one more tab there. El Cochino.
El Cochino.
El Cochino.
Yep. So this is.
You can keep on knocking, but you can't come
And
in.
I've seen people ripping on this. This is me riding this thing at the Knoxville
happened
skate
here?
park. Look at that.
What happened here? You've been soldering on your
Yeah, that
skateboard?
was when I was making electric. So look at
Yeah.
that. Three-wheeler.
Look at you, boy.
You know how hard this thing is to ride.
Yeah,
Throw it
I
up there.
do. I think the
Throw
day,
it
the
real
day that
hard.
you brought it to the skate park, I think I rode it.
It's really hard to
And
ride.
you just did a damn three-wheeler.
Oh, that's a really good looking pull.
was.
Back when it was skatable.
You going to the flow?
Yeah.
Do you have to CDL license to drive that?
You gotta
Have something.
you gotta have an 18-wheeler, yeah. Commercial driver license.
Yeah, up in the three-quarter pocket.
I should ask. We should ask Cabbage about that. He probably
Cabbage could ride that.
yeah. So, anyways, just another offshoot of craziness in the skateboard world that I thought I'd share with you. I bought that thing a few years back. Haven't rode it much, but I rode it today down in our parking garage. We did some runs down
we
the
did
parking
some
garage.
we have one of the best parking garages around. Every level is banked. There's no flat spots except for the turns, and it's 8 levels. If you go all the way to 8, you'll get busted by the police, so you got to get off at 7 so you don't get visible. But I probably did 10 laps today.
Yeah.
Jay did a couple.
It used to be we could take 10 or 15 people down there and
Yeah.
have a
We
great
would go-
time.
we would go
and
late
then it
at
got
night.
to be a bust.
We would go late at
and
night.
now, if we're sly about it, we can pull it
Yeah,
off.
if there's just a
So-
few of us and we just do it on a Saturday, Sunday afternoon, take 10 or 20 runs. I mean, JD would have shown up, I would have taken 10 more. But and when we leave here, the studio, we got to go back. I'm parked in that garage. I may take a few more.
So there'll be footage of that. I did a little filming. There'll be footage of that in a future episode coming up. So I guess that's all we've got right now. I mean, I've got other things we can talk about. We'll have in the future
Hurry up, I got to fart.
a little. God, we need to get over before that. We'll have a little bit of Birmingham. They just built a new park.
Man.
And Getaway 2.0,
Huntsville.
Huntsville, which is going to open up a new park here soon. So we're looking forward to that. And I guess that's what we've got for this episode.
Hey, thanks for coming by.
Heck
Send us
yeah.
some emails. Hey, and I know that some of you guys send us emails and we don't reply. It's kind of because I suck and Bunny sucks. Jay doesn't check the email. JD doesn't know how to check
I don't know
the
how to.
email.
I don't know how to use a computer.
And Bunny and I just kind of fall apart on it. So keep sending us email. If something really good comes along, we will talk about it.
And we'll send you some stickers. Send us an address. Send us an email.
we got a couple of emails in there. They're like, hey, man, I want my sticker. And we haven't sent it.
Oh, really? Well, you need to get on that.
And we owe
Get to
Tojo.
work.
We owe Tojo a T-shirt. But,
We've got T-shirts, too.
yeah. So
the Grand Royale.
we really suck, but send it to us anyway. If you say something really funny, we'll put
And
it
if
on
you see
the
us at
air.
a contest, we'll have tons of
Yeah.
T-shirts. So
We love everybody. Thanks for coming by.
Heck
that's
yeah.
it. Kickturn Party. Another episode.
We'll see you next
We're
time.
out.
Everybody's gonna hang out here tonight. Alright. We'll pass out in the flat. Alright. Tonight. We got nothing better to do than to take 6 runs, drink a dozen brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't wanna know. We're dedicated to beers, both and bros. Backside slasher. Reptile ground.